Game 1 of the conference semifinals.
Here we go.
Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello. On our sideline, David Aldridge. Now here's Doherty. Unloads from 13. Rodman with the rebound. Outside Thomas. Back to Rodman. Thomas, it's an open look. Another shot. And the shot goes in from Maguire.
Good work on the glass by Maguire, fighting to keep the possession alive.
And here's Price. Doherty with the screen on Thomas. And the wide open shot from Price. Nails it from the high post.
You know, I think they've got to show a little more anticipation dealing with these screens because right now they're just laying on them and getting stuck.
Look, you have to go over the top or duck under. Right now they're seemingly trying to go through the screen.
Here's Aguirre. Following the basket by Mark Price. Shot clock at 5. Now, here is Aguirre. He's covered by Bennett.
Well, there wasn't much there in terms of defensive pressure. I'm sure he'd like another crack at that shot.
Elo against Dumars. Elo kicks to Price. To the wing right side. Here's Doherty. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Lambeer. Here's Rodman. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Basket good.
An efficient scorer at all 3 levels. Dumars is especially confident from mid-range.
It's Price on the wing. Thomas covering. Elo outside. All sorts of time. That's good, and it's Price with the assist.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Outside, Lambeer. Aguirre with it. Bennett's there. That's tipped. Pass to Price. Shot on the wing. Count that one.
Stepping in from the line for Price, a 15, 18-footer is basically a layup.
Outside Thomas. Rodman with the screen on Price. Bounce pass Thomas. Inside. And stolen by Doherty. Price with the ball. Now Thomas defending. It's Elo on the wing. Over Dumars. Elo can't hit.
He thought that one was going down as soon as it left his hands.
Well, with good reason. That was a great look. Just bad luck it didn't go down.
Pass to Aguirre. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Driving in. Here's Elo, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Slicing and dicing the defense on the drive. Elo takes any available lane he spots.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night here. The Pistons making a change here. Thomas is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Elo.
You have to admire Elo's skill as a shooter. I'm sure it took a lot of hard work and practice to get his efficiency to be this good.
Now, here is Dumars. They need this. Rodman. That shot misses. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's Brandon. Shoots over Dumars. Brandon's shot is off.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Here's Lambier. Some solid defense from Gordon.
And he was able to get a pretty good look right at the rim. Just unable to convert that time.
Pass to Brandon. In the corner, Nance with it. 6 on the shot clock. Now Doherty. Rodman cover. Doherty with the bucket.
You know, when Doherty's focused in on scoring, nothing's going to stop him. Did a good job taking the contact there.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, we don't have to guess what they're going to be talking about. We know what the deal is.
Yeah, the offense has been throttled. They have to figure this thing out.
Both teams will make substitutions. .114 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Dumars. Pass to Sellers. Fades. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And the slam by Williams.
Solid read from Williams, sensing the chance for the alley-oop and jumping all over it.
Pistons trail by 9. Outside Dumars. To the middle. Here's Sellers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Pistons shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And he can't get the first one. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Rice is checked in. Thomas checked in for Detroit. And the second free throw, good. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brandon. No scoring in this one. Price outside. Sent back, and he recovers it. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Their scoring has been a problem. Been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
Now Thomas. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Cavaliers lead by 10. And we'll get going after this from Richfield Coliseum. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Hey, when guys make plays for each other, the game is real simple and easy. The offense becomes more dynamic and versatile.
The ball movement led to defensive breakdowns a number of times.
Brandon, the pass to Ferry. Now here's Williams. Here's Brandon. Still scoreless. High arcing shot. Sellers pulls it in. Pistons trail by 8. Outside, Walker. Outside, Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the floater, Williams with the block.
Some free advice here. Don't test Williams. Try anyone else. Hot Rod is a tremendous shot blocker.
Pass to Ferry. The kick out to Williams. It's tipped. Now, here's Thomas. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Williams with the block. And they get it back. They set the pick beyond the arc. Williams with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Brandon, the pass to Price. Outside, Williams. Pass to Brandon. Price outside from past the arc. Offensive rebound, Williams. Tries yet again, and he lays it up and in. Williams has got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Nice job from Williams. No stranger to having to overcome intense coverage.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Nancy's checked in for Cleveland. Elo comes in for Steve Kerr. Detroit also making some changes. Lambeer checks in for Thomas. And Aguirre's subbed in for Walker. On defense, the Cavaliers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Thomas, no good. Cavaliers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And finished off by Williams.
Big stuff by Williams. Hard to stop a near 7-footer from attacking the rim.
Now, here's Thomas. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
You know, that's what we call a good foul. Make them earn it at the line.
It might not be pretty, but that's the right play in that situation. He saved the layup with that foul.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good.
You know, Thomas plays the game with such an edge and attitude and great confidence, and I think that gives him an edge out there on the court. He's always willing to go the extra mile.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Rodman, he's checked in for Sally, and it's Dumars in for Sellers. He's perfect from the line this time. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Price outside. Oh, Nance in position. And so the ball out of bounds. Rodman touched it last. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
It's a different kind of defense teams play in the postseason. Much more intense, more in your face. High energy plays like that one are winning plays.
And here's Price for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Price has got 7 points in the game.
You know Price loves to find these shots. A very efficient shooter from the arc.
Pass to Aguirre. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
When you're struggling to get ahead, a mistake like that is doubly damaging.
Absolutely the wrong time for that kind of slip-up. I agree. It just destroys your momentum.
Cleveland leading by 13. Elo with it. He has 5. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Jordy, no luck. Pistons have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Odman in the high post. Working on Price. Right side Dumars. No one near him. Good, and it's Lambeer with the assist that time.
How about the timing Dumars possesses? Fantastic catching and firing right away.
Thomas against Price. Pass to Doherty. It's blocked. Fast break Detroit. Here's Dumars. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so Price will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Bennett. Rebound, Detroit. Aguirre with it. Now guarded by Price. It's blocked. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Bennett kicks to Doherty. Dumars against Elo. Nance's screen on Dumars. Lock at 6. Here's Price. Kept alive. Here's Doherty. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark.
This is Rodman's role. He's out there to eat glass, and he doesn't let his teammates down.
Elo against Dumars. Down low. Price looking it over. Pass to Doherty. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Nice D from Lambeer. Aguirre with it. Now defended by Bennett. Aguirre with it. Bennett's there. Aguirre no good. Nance, right side. Pass to Elo. Can they get it? Drills it from outside. Elo's got his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's Cleveland. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. Craig Elo with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Boy, just a spectacular first half for him.
He's been in the zone. I'm curious, will the defense make some adjustments out of the break?
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Now, here's Thomas. Outside Dumars. Pulls up, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Dumars got 6.
Such an opportunist. Dumars sure knows where to get his shots.
Elo the pass to Nance. Price outside. Pass to Doherty. Back to Nance. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Nance has got his first basket of the night. Pistons trail by 12. Dumars the pass to Rodman. Elo against Dumars. Here's Aguirre. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Aguirre's got his second basket of the night.
You know, from that far out, Aguirre pretty much automatic.
Price outside. Doherty the screen. Price passes to Doherty. Basket counts. Doherty's got his second basket of the game.
Fantastic look. Excellent start to this second half.
Easy hoops out of halftime. That really can get your team rolling.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Thomas passes to Lambier. Here's Acquire. The rebound by Bennett. Bennett's got his fifth rebound in this one. Price outside. On the wing, Nance. Pass to Doherty. Over Lambier. That one off the back iron and out. It's Rodman with the ball for the Pistons. Down by 12. Right side, Thomas. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That was just a force right there, and it's going to cost him.
Tough spot in the game for such a miscue.
Cleveland leading by 12. Price outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Bennett. Elo. Just 5 to shoot. Over Dumars. Elo can't hit. Pistons trail by 12. Rodman up top. Elo covering. Rodman passes to Thomas. Dumars with it. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The jump hook. Fires the three. And Isaiah Thomas good for 3. Thomas got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Price outside. Doherty with the screen on Thomas. The jump hook, and Doherty with the nice bucket inside. Doherty's got 6.
Pounding the rock with Doherty. It's a winning formula.
Price against Thomas. Now, here is Aguirre. Guarded closer. Rodman sets a screen. Thomas passes to Rodman, and the layup's good off the glass.
Perfect execution in the pick and roll by Thomas. A top-notch decision maker.
Cleveland leading by 9. Timeout called. Cleveland.
I think the coach wants to fine-tune his lineup right here, looking for that magic combination, that ideal combination to be able to take advantage of this opposition.
And he needs to let some of these guys catch their breath. Everyone is playing hard out there.
Sally, he's checked in for Rodman. Here's Brandon. Still without a basket. Back to Doherty. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Bill Lambier.
You know, sometimes you just got to work smarter, not necessarily harder. Doherty using the pump fake to get the defense off balance.
That one falls for Doherty.
With his height, Doherty could rely on physical play to solve all his problems. but he has a more cerebral game and often looks for graceful solutions.
Williams, he's checked in for Cleveland. Kerr comes in for Price. And then for Detroit, Sellers checked in for Lambeer. And Thomas subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. That one misses. Pistons trail by 10. Now, here is Aguirre. Sellers passes to Aguirre. Sally with a screen on E. Thomas. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Cleveland leading by 8. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third. Pass to Elo. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
And I have no idea how he clanked that one. The defense has to be thanking their lucky stars he didn't sink that one.
Outside Dumars. Here's Sally. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. There's Aguirre. That one rolling around and rims out. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Kerr outside. Over in the corner, Williams. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get the rebound. Doherty misses the baby hook. Pistons trail by 8. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Pass to Sellers. From about 16. The kick out to Dumars. Aguirre with it. The three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We'll return shortly. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so Price will bring it up for Cleveland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Ferry. And here is Williams. Clock at 6. Williams sets a screen for Price. The offensive rebound. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Price has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Cleveland. Pistons trail by 11. Outside Thomas. And it's blocked.
Great effort defensively, staying connected.
Price outside. Outside Williams. It's deflected. Outside Thomas. It's Thomas on the wing. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to Sellers. With the fadeaway. And he comes up with the deuce.
And the defense wasn't bad, but they got to be a little quicker on the contest.
Cleveland leading by 9. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Brandon, the pass to Kerr. Here's Ferry. Here's Brandon. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Price against Walker. It's Thomas on the wing. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Even with a hand right in his face, Thomas is determined to get a shot to fall.
There's a screen. Pass to Ferry. Up top, Kerr. Wide open look. Thomas grabs the rebound.
That's normally one of his spots. And it was a quality look. Shame to see it go to waste.
It's stolen by Kerr. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Williams. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And these types of finishes hype Williams up. Just flexing on the D right there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Timeout, Pistons. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. During the last break, I heard what Emmanuel Barnett was talking about with his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. Rodman dishes to Thomas. Outside Dumars. Outside Rodman. 5 on the clock. Here's Thomas. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Rodman. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, inside, the defense goes all out trying to stop Thomas, but he stays focused and manages to get around him for the bucket.
No one covering. Price has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Cavs.
With him, the scouting report says you've got to go over the screen.
Absolutely. He'll hurt you from deep, so you have to fight through those picks.
Now, here's Thomas. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
You think Isaiah Thomas, you think assists, passing. But when Zeke needs to, he can take over a game with his scoring.
Here is Price. Pass to Doherty. Over Lambier. And again, it's Cleveland.
Nice shot from the big man. Doherty showing off another wrinkle of his game.
Now, here is Aguirre. He's covered by Bennett, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly, he got it, no doubt.
Good job by the officials. Yes, we are giving credit to the officials.
Free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10.
You know, Mark Aguirre does really just about everything you would ask of him on the floor. Not much that he can't do.
And so Aguirre nails them both. And here is Elo. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Now Price. Puts up a 3. Rodman grabs the rebound. Rodman's got 9 rebounds now tonight. From 6 feet. And no good that time. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Price outside. Elo against Dumars. And here's Price for 3. Connects again from distance.
And so they get all the momentum in their corner, opening this playoff series with a win for the Cavaliers.
A big factor tonight, Clark, their ability to move the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right on top of it as always. They definitely were the better passing team, and that was huge in this ball game.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game from Mark Price.
And the passing display from him was special. He continued to find ways to get his guys going.
Here's Thomas following the basket by Mark Price. Pass to Aguirre. The kick out to Dumars. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For our reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello,